Well, thank you very much, and I would like to thank Nicholas for providing this opportunity. I have attended almost all the conference here, so it is really wonderful to be here every time, and I learn a lot and a lot of exciting things. So thank you, Nicholas. I guess he is not here. This project that we started is a long time back, Nicholas and Alex Kogan, his colleague, and I, it started in 96. So you can think that how long something can go on. And still it is going on. Some of my colleagues, they wonder, that usually the lifetime of a technology is 10 years. So how come you have survived so long? I said, well, we were more visionary, futuristic. So what I'm going to share this technology that we got a patent recently after a long time. Let's see. Here is a copy of the patent. So you can see that, yes, it is indeed, we got the patent. This was submitted in 2004. And the date that here I somewhere is 2010. Where is it?
On top.
Yeah. So you can see it took 6 years to really convince the patent office, and I'll share some of the experiences that we went through. Now, what is the technology? I'm going to talk about that. And then there's a related technology that we developed at the Ernst & Young Center in Kansas. Some of the ideas, innovation and issues and problems we face in the university environment, I'll share with that. And given that the time constraint, I don't want to take too much time, plus also have catch my taxi at 3 o'clock. So I may not stay all the way to the end here. This is, Frank, is a technology that we thought in 1996. How can we use the power of internet? Internet was just coming. And Nicholas being leader of all this modern technology, I said, well, why not you come and let's think about how we can do, because center was formed in 95. I was the first director of the center. I have a background that is a little bit strange for accountants, and I also have a degree in physics. And of course, Professor Alex Kogan here, he has a degree in computer engineering. So we had all this intellectual power. We said, let's think about how to do it. And then in 2000, we were successful in terms of doing what we wanted to do. Then came this XBRL. I was getting secret faxes that, Ross, what you are doing is obsolete. XBRL is going to change the world. So, well, of course, we were concerned, but we wanted to see really what it was. And then 2000, actually, XBRL.org gave us a project that why not to assess our taxonomy since you are already ahead of everybody else. And so we provided some input, and they made some changes later on. So what it does, it gets to the SEC site, because that was the freely available data base. So we said, okay, why not we go to SEC site, pick up the document like 10K and 10Q, parse all the information, and create an electronic document. That was the basic concept. There are a lot of issues and a lot of intellectual capital we had to invest to determine what is what and where it is and all that. And so this is just a screenshot that you'll see as it is in the actual filing. And then here is, we can parse it and dump into Excel spreadsheet. It takes 45 seconds to do it on live. We are right now working on pre-processing everything that it gets into second. But you can dump it. What we had to do it in 2000, we had our own standard terms. When XBRL came, we just had to map it. It was a labor intensive, but with the university environment, with bright young kids, we can invest that. That's not that bit difficult. Then subsequently, they changed from 2000 to 2002 taxonomy, 2009, and all that. Every time, the mapping was not given to us, so we had to put a lot of effort. Now, we did some more work, because, well, if you got the 10K, we process everything, why don't we display everything that the users might need? So here is a footnote display. You can click on any of that, you get the footnote, you can get the items, you can get, somebody wanted that, can you find who signed the 10K? I said, yeah, we can do that. So this is a click on that, you can get the who signed the 10K. Here is the XBR instant document that you get in 45 seconds. It's on the fly. It goes, capture the document in text, and then processes it and tags it and provides the document. We are thinking that maybe currently we can improve it and have companies upload their 10K, 10Q and have it first process, tag it. And then you have a human expert that can analyze it and see if everything is ready. So that could be one application. We have, here is the audit report, here is the summary of audit report, that gives you who the auditor, where the audit was done, and you can create a database of all these things. We have not done it because we are not in the business of selling data, but doing research. Different application. Now here is another technology. Frank was being used to gather information for my colleagues to do research. Like somebody said, well, can you give all the footnotes that has Field 48 issue? So we wrote the program. Frank worked on the weekends and got all the company's data. Then someone said, well, why do we have to come to you to request for data? Why not you put an engine that we find what we want? So SEEK stands for Search Engine for Extracting Knowledge from Industrial Filing. And we were able to do that. So here is Microsoft. I'm looking at executive officers. You can have a partial match or full match, and you can search tables, footnotes, all the text. And here is executive officers. Here is audit fee from. So this one we have right now connected to 10K, 10Q, proxy statement, S1, whatever people want, we do it. And now what I'm thinking is, once we clean up the interface, we will provide it to all the universities for a few months free, and then have maybe some nominal fee. It's not going to be too expensive in the beginning because we want to improve upon it. So this is just the audit fee. Here is one that was interesting. Someone wanted to know, can you count how many incidents of certain keywords appear in the document? So we build that. So here is a Microsoft cash flow, and it has 23 times appeared in that. So there are some analysts who want that count, especially the risk-related issues. This is cash flow, so it highlights also for Dell. Here is another version. So we have two versions. The center has one. We have limited resources, very slow server. But still, the other one that I showed you, it takes a couple of minutes, 2 minutes to get that, on real time. We are pre-processing that to make it fast. Then I collaborated with engineering school, and they have a very powerful system. I think 60 parallel processor. And so here is example. One research project was where one of my colleagues says that SEC requires disclosure of information where there is a auditor and auditee, punitive damage relationship, it should be disclosed in 10K. So 2006 March it was announced, and he came to me in March, can you tell me how many companies have this issue? So we did that through Frank, and we got about 60 companies. And he said, there's not enough big data, but we'll wait. Now, I just did last night, so damage, punitive damage, paragraph, search all company. This is 10K select. These are for 2008-2010. I got 264 companies, and it highlights where that appears. You can enlarge it too. And I think I want to just show you real time before, let's say. So here is live. And let's see. Okay. So this is the actual live site. I want just to show you how impressive it is. Punitive damage, paragraph, select 10K. I'll just put. You didn't select. Oh.
Thank you.
This is what happens at the senior moments.
Never do a live presentation.
Okay, that's at 1 year. Okay, this is actually real time. Anybody keeping track of time? Okay. It has sourced all 20,000 companies.
That was 5 minutes, by the way.
And 74 companies for that, it got that. So now we are trying to interface Frank and SIG together so that you can get the financial information and non-financial related to these companies. So if you're doing research that certain particular issue you have, you can get it. You can look at EdK, so it has marketing applications, finance applications, whatever you want to do. With that, thank you very much. I'm not going to say, I think I forgot to mention the issues. I think I have a few minutes. Chairman?
Just a second or so. You got a cab out there too, you said.
Yeah.
Start now.
Well, here. I think what I want is, let's see. I don't need this. Close this. Yeah. So there are a lot of different sources examples that I have here, compensation to all that. Well, I think this is key point here because we are in an academic institution, which is mostly the research institutions like Rutgers and KU. It is very costly to do research that you focus your effort on obtaining a patent because it's a time-consuming process, and if you don't have other projects to be able to publish, then that's doomsday. It's tough. And that we are lucky, I think the entire group, Alex and Miklas and I, that we have already so many different projects that we are able to publish on high-quality journals that our research evaluation has not been impacted. If we had to just depend on this, probably we will not be where we are right now. I think this is costly. So I think the lesson here is that you engage in these creative activities, but at the same time make sure that you have some other projects that you can engage and publish. You have another one, the university has a process to go through getting patent, but you have to really engage. You have to submit your research ideas and work with the attorneys, and you don't understand their language, they don't understand your language, so it becomes quite difficult. This was really challenging. I think I remember Alex and I talking about what the lawyer is saying. We want this thing particular in this language, but what he is saying doesn't make sense. So we have to go back and talk to them. So it's pretty interesting. You have to be really persistent and have patience. It took 6 years, many iterations, and so it's just time-consuming process. And with that, thank you very much. If there's any question I can answer, I'll be happy to do that.